What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Cartel. We're here live. This is going to be a Sunday market check. Hopefully, you guys didn't get too rugged on the Argentina coin launch. We're going to be talking about that, and it's created kind of a weird spot in the market. Liquidity. There isn't really many runners at the moment. There's been like five rugs, two or three were from presidents in the last 3 weeks. So, is that really in past cycles, that would definitely be top signals, but that's what we're going to be talking about today. Is it a top signal or is it just opportunity in your favorite quality alts? Uh, but of course, before we get into the altcoins, we got to check out how Bitcoin's doing. And yeah, let's get into it, Alex.
All right, awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Uh, let's go ahead and get started here. Yeah, I just realized we did get rugged with how many? Two presidents or three by now?
Three,
Three. Who was the third? All right, so we have the Argentina. Who else?
Central African
Uh,
Republic, car.
oh, right, Central. All right. Um. All right, guys. So let's just kind of quickly look at Bitcoin where we are, what I'm looking at, and yeah, I'll give you the bullish and the bearish scenarios. So let's go ahead and take a look at the right now. I want to take a look at the bearish scenario since we're dumping. All right. So in terms of uh, let's look at. I've been looking at the 22-hour for the last like week, I would say, because we're battling between the 21 MA and the 21 MA and the 200 MA, right? But as you could see, we got rejected. So we essentially got rejected on every single time frame, right? If you go back, we're below, right? 200 MA is above us. If we break the 22-hour 200 MA, then I could see us gapping down to the daily, right? Which would be, and this is a little bit strange because I hadn't seen something like this in a while. Uh, if we do, obviously, I think we will break down because we're not going to close the daily in like 12, 13 minutes above the 200 MA. We're probably going to go. It usually happens this way. You could back test it if you want, but we may gap down all the way to the 200 MA on the daily, which leads us to like 80K, right? Again, this is giving you the bear scenario. We'll talk about the bullish in a little bit. Um, we would probably gap all the way down to here, maybe wick down into the 70s, right? And then come back up. Of course, there's support levels that we still need to hold, right? If we somehow manage to sustain the levels of 89K to 91K, and we just go sideways here as we wait for the 200 MA to come all the way up here, then that would be obviously that would be a good sign, right? We'd see something like this, right? It would come up all the way up here, and then we would just do sideways action here. We touch it, and then to me that would be a good long entry, right? But again, if we don't hold this and it looks like we're not, then levels here to look at, and then if not, then down here into the mid 80s again. If not there, then we just keep going down, right? There is that scenario where we could just like the 200 MA on the daily could like come all the way up to here, and then the price action meets us down here, and that could be like a bottom too, right? And then we continue to come back, and then boom, we go up. So to me, that's the bearish scenario, and then I'll show you the indicators. Like besides looking at the moving averages, I do want to show you some of the indicators that I've been looking at, which is also why I'm a bit bearish. So let's take a look at this stochastic here, right? You see we wicked down to 89K and we went all the way up to 109, right? What happens? So we go from here all the way up to here, right? But look at this, even here, right? We're like in this really weird area and we're still rising, right? But look at what happened here. We have been continuously getting rejected by like 100 to 99K. And we try to move up, but we just went sideways, right? And again, that's a bearish sign. You could see every time the stochastic comes down, the price comes down, right? And yeah, it's showing a lot of weakness here. As you can see, we're crossing all the way back down again on the orange line. So that's the daily time frame. Okay. Now let's take a look at the 3 day. The 3 day is nowhere. It's lost momentum, and I could tell just by looking at this. Look, we try to come back up. I think that's when we hit 109. And then look, we just continue to dump. So we've lost some momentum here. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the 5 day. It's the same thing. Like these are very strong red candles, right? Usually when we're trying to do a reversal, we start going into the lighter red, pinkish colors, but we're not here. Okay. And let's take a look at the weekly. This is one thing I don't like, but it doesn't mean that we're going to be in the macro time frame that that bearish. But you see, the RSI hasn't gone below 50, which is still a good sign. We'd have to see a massive dump for that to go below that, right? But again, MACD is turning red. We could see this just kind of go like this for the next few weeks, right? And then turn back up again. But that would be March time ish. It just honestly it just really depends. But another thing, we could come, like I said, we could gap all the way down to the mid 80s, which also aligns with this. We have the 21 MA moving average on the weekly. We could wig down to the mid 80s and then obviously get a bounce off of that, and then we can continue to the upside. So that's the bearish scenario in general. Um, I'll leave you with those levels, looking at the moving averages as well, and of course the stochastics. Uh, and again, the moment I will start turning a little bit more bullish is when I start to see more bullish divergences, right? But I'm not seeing that at all. So uh, quickly on the bullish scenario, as I mentioned, we just go sideways here. We respect the 89 to 91K, right? We just continue to go sideways. We wait for the moving averages to come up. We touch, we kind of go around it, and then we continue to rip, right? And that's as much as I could say for the bullish scenario because I am slightly bearish. Now, the only thing that could push this to the upside would be any regulations in terms of crypto, right? And that's all I really have to say. I think that's the savior I see for the market shifting. Otherwise, as I'm looking at the charts and the technical analysis, I'm personally seeing a lot of weakness. Um, and before we move on, I did map out this 786 here. It'd be ideal for us to continue to bounce from here, right? This is our last dump. It's our top here, right? We bounced, and maybe like a bounce here on the 786 would be ideal. And you may see something like that. Like we may hit this and then pump again, and then maybe get rejected and dump, or we could continue up there. I also have this in a flag, right? So if potentially we decide to, convert this into a flag, then we're looking at from bottom to top, and this is just a flag that we're forming, right? And then that would be the bullish scenario where we reach $121,000. So that range would be the next levels if if we pump, but double top. There's bearish divergences, and yeah, that's what I'm left with. So it's a hard read, but I'm leaning more bearish just because of the technicals. Any good news in crypto would change the whole image. So, do you want to add anything to that, Henry?
Up or down? Which one is it?
I mean, it just depends. It depends on how we do here. Like, if if we hold here, I think it's up, right?
What price level is that?
That's I would say 89 and 91K. So like
Okay.
I'll give you that. Like if we hold that and we're able to bounce and buy or step in, I'll personally be like, all right, like we're still holding. It means that there's a lot of interest, open interest. So we're good, right? But if not, then yeah, these levels. So I mean, this is the playbook I've been looking at since December. So if you go back in our Telegram group, I sent this and nothing's changed, right? We respect levels. We're good. We go sideways. We're bullish. If not, then sideways here. If not, But essentially, at some point, obviously, we're gonna bounce again. I just don't know where. Uh, and just to give you an idea, if this is a double top, right? Double top here, then this is where we're going, which adds up completely because, like I said here, the in green, that green line at 75K is the 786, and that's the target of the M pattern if it's a double top. So it all kind of aligns in general. But again, you can't. This is if you go back to these levels here, right? You know how long we were like up here. You know how long we decided to. to like hang out to really understand what Bitcoin was going to do. We were in these levels for 86 days,
How
right?
long have you
And
been in this range?
so let's take a look. So we'll count it here since November 21st, or yeah, November 24th, right? So we've been in these levels for 86 days. It's
Hmm.
funny. So I think within the next 2 weeks, within this week and next week, I think we'll have a direction. So I can't say up or down. I can just give you levels to look at. If we hold, then it's a good sign. If we don't, then it's a bad sign, right?
Yeah.
Uh, that's as much as I can do, man. I can't give you anything more. What do you think?
So I'm gonna share my screen. I think I generally agree. Just like a lack of momentum. I'd
Hmm.
say I put less weight on some of those indicators, like when we're not trending, but it's definitely not what you want to see. Uh, I think for me, we're just in this range, right? Like we've been since November, and the range is gonna range until it picks a direction, and it's really simple to pick to play ranges. You just bid at the bottom of the range and you sell at the top. It's super simple. It's hard to do because people like getting bullish at the top and they get bearish at the bottom. Um, well,
Yeah.
I will say now is kind of like a no trade type of zone. Like if you're not already in a short, I wouldn't be trying to catch the knife here. Although it doesn't look too bad. Just like really, there's no trade setup here, right? So, but we are below like the yearly open here, around 102. So that's a point for the Bears. But I'd say like what you said, 91.89 area is a place to bid, and you have decent. I would put in validation at like 87 or something. Um, and I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. It's just we have to break out of the range to even consider those scenarios that you're talking about for me. So
Well, that's what. Well,
yeah,
that's
not
what I'm. That's exactly like what I'm saying, right? We have to see levels to levels first before I even pick a direction.
Yeah, but if you were to try to look for like a setup, right, of maybe you might say like, well, we're not trading Bitcoin, like what do we care? When Bitcoin goes down here, your alts are gonna get wrecked. But when it bounces, they're gonna bounce way harder than Bitcoin, right? So this is like what you want to look at in terms of deciding when to bid alts. But overall, I'd say not. I don't see anything bearish here. It's just a range, right? That's all I really see. Uh, One thing we could take a quick look at the trend here. Yeah, the 5 days still bullish, 3 days still bullish, but you are kind of like starting to see that the moving averages point down a bit. But is it just a case of this, right? Where you're gonna get faked out bear, then bull bear, finally to break to the upside? I would hope so, but I can't really say until the range is broken. I will say like above 100, 102, then definitely change our tune, but just expecting like more chop basically. But I think there are some coins showing strength that we can get into, Alex, that are definitely outperforming Bitcoin. Is there anything you wanted to cover like from a macro level?
Um, I mean, if you go to the, I mean, 2 week. I mean, just take a quick look at 2 week. I was just looking at it as you were talking, but yeah, just take a look at the 2 week, and then look at so there's bearish diversions there, right? If you look at
On
the
the
RSI,
RSI?
yeah, yeah. I mean, we double top, making a lower high on the RSI. So double click on the RSI. Yeah, just on the yeah, just inside the chart. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So you see how like so to me, like if you do that, if I see that as a reversal upside down, right? To me, that's a reversal, and that's on a 2 week, right? And the lower high on the RSI, we made a 109, right? So we made a higher high and a lower, and so then that to me, that's on a 2 week time frame, which again, it could hold at 81, 91. That's why I'm leaning a bit more bearish right now, but we could double bottom, right? 89K, 88K and that macro level, and then continue to boom up. But I guess in time we'll just see.
Yeah,
I
I mean
mean,
in terms of like trade setup, I'm longing over shorting here at the bottom of the range. Like
at the 89, 91
There are
k.
some alts though that I think could be decent shorts.
Yeah, agreed. All right, do you want to move on to some of those alts?
Yeah, so I think the one of the ones we talked about in the last stream was hype, and we did share a trade after uh, after we shared. If I can find it, and basically we said 22, 20 to 24 was like an area to bid. Doesn't want to load. Well, we'll come back to that. If you know about the project, they have. Let me this up. Do you want to pull it up on your screen, Alex? While this.
Yeah. I think you were breaking up because I think your computer's on overload. You gotta stop watching that dirty stuff, man. Can't be doing that. All right, let's see what we got.
It
Hype.
was just Kanye West's Twitter feed, man.
Kanye. All right. Yeah. So yeah, we did talk about this one. Uh, Actually, yeah, our last live I think was on Monday or Tuesday on the 10th. And then, we did say these levels, and we actually on Wednesday we came back down and we wicked $22, and then we went ahead and that was a good bounce. That was like a 30, like 25% bounce. 25, yep. So yeah, this was the buy. We came up here, we're around these levels, a retest here on that blue trend, right? Boom, boom, boom. Buy order here. A few buying orders around this area, maybe a little lower. Enter the long. Yeah, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. So let me go ahead and delete this. Let's take a look at levels here.
Yeah. So my what I was thinking is it either goes back to the bottom of the range here, or just continues showing strength, like breaks out. And I didn't get all of the exposure that I wanted at the bottom. Like I had some limit orders. Um, so I'm kind of trying to be patient with this one, but I feel like it's gonna get away from.
Um, yeah, I mean, I could agree with that. It's probably gonna get away. Um, I only say that because if you look at the 3 day, the stochastic's just starting to turn up. So that to me, that's actually looking really bullish. So that was the entry, I think. But let's see. That's good support here. Yeah, maybe like it got rejected up at 28. Maybe it, like hits 28 again, comes back down to 25. That'd still be a good entry, and then boom. Because I think this is looking ready. Hype is absolutely looking ready for a. I'll give you a target here. This is a great breakout pattern. So we're looking like $54. So anywhere between like, yeah, in the 50s would be a good price for Profitos.
Either still, what would you look for in terms of like a trigger to get in if you're looking, to ride it to
I
two
mean,
x?
that was the trigger here, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I think this looks ready to do some work. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah. I mean, we're already. So this is what I like about this one in general. Do you see how we continuously keep going higher, higher, higher into more bullish grounds, right? So that's a good sign on the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, I mean, the breakout is looking like it wants to. Here, like this to me, like this 6 hour, this is looking so nice. In terms of like this one's moving. What I like to look at the RSI, like it's moving with purpose, kind of like a shoulder, head, and shoulder here. Uh, yeah, no, I like it. I mean, I would. not financial advice, of course. Nothing we say and do here is financial advice, but this range for me is it's a good DCA between 25, 26. It's not bad. Now, if obviously if Bitcoin decides to, you know, be a party pooper, then you can't do much about that. So make sure to have stop losses there too. But it's looking to me, it's looking good, man. It's looking really bullish.
Yeah, and we did share that one in the Telegram. I think around 22, 23. I think showing a lot of strength, like when other alts aren't, right.
Yeah.
Uh, One that isn't showing as much strength that a lot of people are bullish on is Sol. What's going on with Sol? We had, like we mentioned, presidents are rugging. Like that's crypto adoption, I guess. Like presidents using your tech to rug the market. Um, Liquidity is kind of already thin. So if you think about all the liquidity that's flown out of Sol from Pump Fund to the Trump coin to the Melania coin to all the other rugs that were launched, like that's a one-way traffic, right? Where people ape and then that money leaves crypto and never comes back. Those people just cash out, as opposed to like some other meme coins, like Peanut or crypto native meme coins, where the people that make money on that they rotate it into other parts of crypto. Um, and some people are saying that's starting to have effect on like the Solana bid. Like people are getting tired, getting rugged. It's like they've been to the casino too many times. They want to take a break, and now they're not buying any casino chips.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
So, do you think Soul cooked because of this whole rug meta, basically?
I like that rug meta. It's a good one. Yeah,
Should launch it.
I mean,
Pump fun on that.
yeah. So one of the things that I was looking at for Solana, and it was very beautiful. Solana was a very, very, very beautiful chart. Not gonna lie. Let me change some colors here. I did have, and I'll tell you what my bullish scenario was, but maybe this is why we can't have nice things. We ruin things, right? As humans. And so I had this really nice scenario of, we're in a bullish flag, right? For Solana to reach, minimum of that all the way up to like 450, 480, whatever, right? But that was a conservative target, which it just, again, it depends on where we are with crypto. But, we did this perfect retest, and that's why we bounced so hard too. Look at that. So it was one, two, three. We came back down here, and then we just ripped from there, right? And then usually you always come back for a retest, right? Which is also why I think Bitcoin will probably come down for a retest at some point. Maybe, maybe not. And we retested, we came back down, we did a double bottom, and then we ripped. And this was an incredible pump, and it all lined up, and I'll explain why it all lined up. Because all right, one, it was a retest. Two, we've been in a trend since October of 2023, so a 2-year trend, year and a half trend, or yeah, year and a half ish. Yeah. And then look, we wigged down there. People would bid, and they'd make a lot of money here a bunch of times, right? And guess what's happening right now? We're doing the same exact thing. This is the daily time frame, right? And we've gotten below the 200 MA, right? We touched it, we've gotten below it, we came out, we're touching it again. We've done this, right? Now, the moment I think Solana is cooked, that moment to me is when we start breaking this a year and a half trend. I think we're cooked there. Because what I can tell you that could potentially happen, if we see that, two things. These are my scenarios. We break this, right? We come back down and we just chop in this area, right? And then we'll probably do another one of these, and then this is where it's going to get interesting. We either double bottom. Let me change the color. And I'm going to tell you, and this is the long term game. It's not like something that's going to happen tomorrow, right? Again, depending on rules or whatever scenario, right? So this could be like a double bottom, right? Or this could be that shoulder ahead and shoulder, and we just come back down to like a bear market. Does that make sense? That's what I would
Yeah, I
see
think
for this
that
one.
kind of lines up also.
Hmm.
it lines up with some of the fundamentals, right? Of Solana has this big unlock, a couple big unlocks coming in end of this month, March, I believe. I think it's going to be seven
Yeah.
billion total,
Oh wow.
and substantial amount of Solana was bought basically from the FTX estate, and those funds got OTC deals at pretty good discounts, and I think they're up around 100 to 200% on those buys. So as a crypto fund, they're definitely going to be taking some profit on that. And the question is basically, is this already priced in? Is it getting priced in now? Is that why Solana's underperforming? But I do think at the end of the day, it's going to be an opportunity at a certain, once it is priced in. I just don't know. You're kind of guessing at when that's going to be priced in when it bottoms at this point.
Yeah. So let's just and I do want to give you guys like a areas if we do want to bid, right? Let's just say we do break down and we do want to bid for Soul. Let's do two things, right? So let's look at the fib here, and let's just say 163 would be a good place to bid for a good bounce for a nice. I mean, for a nice like maybe 24, 25%, right? Or this is just bottom, right? Maybe we just bottomed here and we start flipping, right? Because again, we're respecting trend, and until this trend breaks, I'm still bullish, right? We could wick and come back up, right? But this green trend, like I said, since October of 2023, look, respected so many times, and we just closed a weekly above that, not above the 21 MA, but on the 2 week, we're still respecting it. You see, respect, respect, respect. So again, uh, not bearish until we break this. Maybe once we start breaking down from this, then maybe we could talk about that more. But for now, I think somehow Solana is holding on to dear life.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you keep sharing because my computer's being a little slow. But next one I wanted to look at. Do you know how to pull up the BNB versus Solana chart?
Now, how do you do it?
So just do
Oh, you just add the
BNB,
sign. Okay, yeah.
yeah, BNB USDT slash no,
Oh shit.
yeah, just type in BNB USDT slash Sol USDT and then hit enter. Sol
So
USD,
USD.
yeah, and then hit enter.
Spread.
That work? Yeah, there you go.
What the hell? Yeah, I mean I'm clicking, but it's the fuck is going on?
Oh, it's all good. You can just look at Sol, maybe Sol BTC. I think
I
we
don't know what's
saw
going on.
kind of a mini BNB, BNB BTC. I mean, we saw like a mini BNB season.
Yeah. You ruined my. Right, hold on. BNB, BTC. Damn it! All right, hold on. Let me just redo this whole thing. All right, BNB, BTC. Yeah. So this is a very interesting chart. So you're talking about this right here, right? Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah. So there was like a
I'm
there's
gonna
a nice
see if I
forty
can
percent.
leave the stream. I'm gonna leave and come back and see if that speeds things up. But yeah, you go
Yeah,
ahead,
or
keep
just
going.
close your tabs. Close your Kanye West tabs. Um.
Yeah, I'll be
All
right back.
right. Sounds good. Yeah. So BNB did have a nice little pump as Henry mentioned. Um. Just because there was a lot of movement on the altcoins, mostly meme coins, right? They're having like their little uh, meme coin season. What would be interesting for me, at least, I know Henry has a different perspective on this, but I would like to see that staying. Like I would like to see BNB meme coin season having staying power, which honestly I don't like. I've seen Tron season for memes. I've seen AVAC season for memes. We've seen what was another one, Sui, right? But they all essentially kind of died out, and it would be interesting for us to see if Binance, the BNB coin, could have like a renaissance, right? They could pump again, but I mean these are good levels to bid. This is a double bottom, so I mean it's not looking bad. Like I like this on the weekly. Look at that, boom, boom, and we would have a target of. I mean it's possible that um, Bitcoin moves a lot, right? So from where we are, yeah, maybe like 100% gain. So again, it could be that SZ came and he talked about how he basically talked about the meme coin broccoli, whatever, and then other meme coins were popping, and then this is how we got that BNB pop, right? Again, it'd be interesting to see if they continue to push more money, whatever narratives they're talking about, if they start pushing more into the BNB uh, ecosystem. But again, it's tricky. It depends. We have to see what Bitcoin does. We have to see if money's going to flow out of the casino, which is Solana, into BNB. Also, is BNB, are they going to have Cole's influencers that are going to talk about meme coins there? So, yo,
Yo, I'm just gonna keep my video off. Hopefully that helps speed things
yeah.
up. But
So here I was looking at BNB BTC. I was saying that I don't know, I don't think that, in my opinion at least, I don't think BNB has potential. I think it's just a short term hype, unless SZ like starts pushing more narratives, which I think he was terrible at broccoli. Like, he could have done a better job at that one. But in terms of the chart, like it does look bullish. Like I will say, like if you look at the weekly, it's the exact same thing that we were looking at Bitcoin, but except upside down, right? But this is bullish divergence, right? There and here on the weekly, and
that's
that's a
for
double.
Bitcoin, right? Or is that yeah,
This is BNB
Bitcoin?
BTC.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we could have a target of from where we are right now of like 100% gain, right? So it is looking bullish. But do I trust this new meta, this narrative of BNB? Personally, I don't trust it as much. Maybe I know you have more insight, more thoughts and more insights on it, but I just think this is like a Tron season or like an AVAC season or like Sui's memes didn't hold out for that long. So I think
yeah,
I don't again, if maybe this is just a short-term thing, but if there's longevity, then we need to start seeing more flows of the casino Solana going into BNB, and BNB has to be really good at wanting to have more of a degen mindset in their ecosystem. But I don't. After seeing what CZ did, I'm not like, no, I don't think so. But what are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you want to share your screen?
yeah. So I wanna show you something that I thought is interesting, especially you know with Solana looking pretty shaky. Uh, you see my screen?
Yeah.
So this is the pair that I was trying to have you pull up. This is the BNB versus Sol chart, right? And you can see there's two periods where Sol basically kicked, where yeah, Sol kicked BNB's butt, which was March 2021 to November, essentially. BNB went down a lot, 80% versus Sol, and then coinciding with Sol's run from like $8 on January 23rd, also not down 90%, right? But you can see you're kind of getting the same consolidation here, like a bottoming out pattern with BNB versus Sol. So it could be that both just go down, right? And BNB goes down less. Or if the market looks bullish, then you're potentially seeing what could be the beginnings of getting out of this range versus, and this is, to explain to you guys that might not be familiar with trades, with pair trades, basically, if BNB were to break out on this chart kind of retest and go on into a more of a bullish structure, that just means you'd want to hold BNB over Sol, and BNB is going to be outperforming Sol. So we haven't got like a bullish trigger yet, but you can see it's getting the moving averages are getting very close here on the weekly, which is a pretty significant time frame. And I think it's looking like you might. It hasn't broken out yet. I'd say either if it retests support or breaks out, you might want to rotate your Sol to BNB. And then to kind of address what you're saying about like the doubts, I do agree. Like we had a ton meme season. We had base. We had Tron. I think we even had XRP for a bit. But I think what differentiates BNB is they do have Binance, right? So you have that brand and distribution of the biggest exchange in the world. And then CZ is not Justin Sun. I think I trust CZ at customer acquisition and getting stickiness in terms of users on his chain much more than I do Justin Sun. But I think you're right. It just depends on how good and how wild the trenches get in Binance Smart Chain, right? And uh, we did have like some runners on the BNB chain, but after we posted this actually in the Telegram, and this launched 3 days ago. This is ZZ's dog. I think this is the leading broccoli now, right? At 94 mil. Is that
Yeah.
right, Alex? If this gets, I'll tell you how, because I'm with you. Like, if it might just be temporary. The way to tell if this is not temporary is if this thing can run. Because if they can't even send ZZ's dog to Valhalla, they just have no chance. Just pack it up, right?
Yeah.
Um, and ZZ, the way he tweeted, he's like, "Let the best community win," and he knew what he was doing when he was posting that dog
Yeah.
picture. He's not a dumb guy. He's one of the richest. He is the richest man in crypto for a reason. He's really smart, and he knows the new game is to get speculators and meme coins on your chain, and that's what everyone wants to do is bid meme coins. So I don't think he lets it die out without a fair fight. And I could see this broccoli specifically, if it is the biggest one, which I think it is, this one potentially getting listed on Binance because why wouldn't they list ZZ's dog after listing a bunch of garbage basically the whole last year? So, but right now, there's nothing really. We did put out a setup in the Telegram, and we're gonna add the Telegram to the description. And we played this Head and Shoulders breakout here. This was on Thursday, and it went on to basically 3x from there. That was the day it came out, and it ran up to 300 mil. And unfortunately, I had a position. I didn't put a limit sell, and I woke up. It was back at like 150. So I only got like 50% gains, but still pretty good gains. So I think basically you want to see it reclaim 100 mil. That's the big psychological level, right? That's where it's rejecting right now, and essentially hold that and target back up to the top of the range around 180, 200 maybe. What do you think about broccoli? You think it's gonna make it? Can it get listed?
Um, I mean, if we take his word for it, right? He did say, "Hey, like, may the best community win." Yeah, I think there's a possibility that. Oh crap! Give me a second. I think there's a possibility that that could happen, right? But it's just it's the whole. Here, give me a second. Uh,
But this
screen.
did, what messed it up for them too is it launched right before this Libra Argentina coin. So
Oh,
even
that's right.
even if people wanted to speculate, it's like they don't have any money left to speculate with.
Yeah, I mean, here, let's take a quick look. And I mean, I like what it's doing right now. And
It could be a long term. I think.
yeah, so remember how we were talking about right before the stream? They like to go a little bit below the 786, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's what it's looking like here. It looks like they will just possibly range it around here. Um, but I mean, it's got 36,000 holders, which is pretty good. It's looking like it has like a nice breakout pattern. Yeah, I mean, I like this because it did get rejected here, right? One touch, two touches, three. Maybe it comes down to here. You start bidding around maybe like 80 mil, 85 mil market cap, and then boom, it comes out. Maybe this is the chart telling you that this breakout will be potentially posting broccoli out, right? Maybe we see a double bottom here and then rip. So there's potential, and if the I think yeah, like what you said, if the community is very bullish and they continue to push and there's a narrative and they don't give up, like we've seen, a bunch of projects give up. I think it's got a potential, 100%. I think this one can obviously visit back these highs again, and maybe a billion market cap is not out of the question if it does get listed on Binance. Um, Again, but it's a matter of a lot of people lost money on what was it, Libra?
I think this
Lost.
could be honestly, it could be a slow cook. We're definitely going to be updating this one, but I like the narrative. Like, it was the biggest with the most volume on the day that ZZ posted the picture, and then the guy, the guy that launched it, or one of the snipers, made like 7 million off of like 700 bucks. So that's kind of that dump you see from like 400 million to down to like it got to like 20 mil, and it did get CTO'd. So this is now a community driven project, just like CZ was talking about. It's got the highest market cap. It's doing okay volume. It is the BNB chain, so 20 mil is pretty good for that chain. So definitely keep an eye out. I think ZZ is one of the leading figures in crypto, and betting on his dog to get listed on his own exchange and make at least it's got to go at least I think 300 to 500 mil, which is pretty good return now considering it's at under 100. So we'll keep an eye on this one and post setups in the Telegram. Now the next one I wanted to look at was one of our favorite plays. It's still up 10x from when we shared it in the Telegram at 40 mil, and I want to take a look at Farcoin.
Do you want to share your screen, or do you want to take a look at it?
Yeah, I can share.
Go for it.
And basically, I think we started the stream saying, "Is it the end of alt season?" And that's we're saying. I think that maybe it's on pause for a bit, but if you do get a liquidation or a sell off to that area that Alex and I were talking about, 90, 89, I think you'll see a bounce at least back to where we are now, 96, 97. And you kind of want to start making your buy list of what you want to buy because the moves are going to happen so quick, you're not going to have a chance to even think about it. So you want to be making your buy list. You want to be looking at setups, which charts look like they could bounce the hardest. And Farcoin was one of the leading like AI and meme coin plays for almost 3 or 4 months, right?
Yeah,
And we posted a lot of updates on this one in the Telegram, and even caught it at 40 mil. I still believe if you had if a SHIB like run is going to happen this cycle, it's going to be something like completely dumb like Farcoin for me. Now, has it the chart has definitely seen better days. Obviously, we'll start off macro. There's a macro daily bearish trend, right? That hasn't been broken since basically it did a blow off top here. And I did post an update that I was selling half my position around I think 120, 130. And I've just held because I'm trying to decide like I'm still up from when I got in, and it's almost like a do or die zone now because you're at this old all time high, and this has to either turn into support pretty soon, or range and consolidate, or I think it's over. I think it's cooked. And we saw what happened to Goat. It ran up to 1.2 billion, and now it's back at like 100 million. So
it's
could
crazy.
this happen to Farcoin as well? It could. You got to keep that option open. But I think if you're gonna punt on something like a Farcoin, you can either DCA now and tight stop loss, or kind of wait for like that liquidation wick if we get it right. Because who's to say we're even gonna get it? Bitcoin could just do one of those things where it like slowly drifts up. So I think this is an okay. risk return area, but the chart, there's nothing about this is that's telling me like people want to bid this right now. What do you think?
Yeah, so yeah, as you were talking, I was looking at this. I agree with you with almost all of it. In terms of bidding, I would say bidding would be now. Like it wouldn't be
Yeah,
any other. It'd be now, just because we are forming a nice double bottom here. And then again, depending on Bitcoin and everything else, we could see a potential move up to like maybe back to one billion. Um, and then I guess the question would be, do we continue? Does it continue, or does it just like stop, right? So I mean, I like this area a lot. To be frank with you, to me, this is looking pretty good. We have retested, some of the lows from a while ago. Let's look at if we broke. I think we were way further in from the 786 most likely. So yeah, we're way below that. So yeah, it's a tricky situation. We could maybe even continue to the next level if we do decide to, come down. From me, it would be this area here, right? It'd be like the 360 million market cap, 380 million market cap. There, I would have to see it here, right? Maybe like a deviation, and then boom,
like
we
a fake
continue.
out
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, exactly. So I would maybe see something like that if that happens. Maybe start baiting around because this is heavy, heavy support here, right? I mean, look at that. We struggled here, and then later we ripped. But yeah, I would. This is an area. Let's just see from here to here. It's like a 24%, right? Downside from here to down here. So it would be interesting to see what happens with Bitcoin and Farcoin, because I've seen Bitcoin and Farcoin, and every time obviously Bitcoin pumps, this one's right behind it, and every time it dumps or it goes sideways, this one either just dumps. So it's very correlated to Bitcoin in terms of what it does. But sideways Bitcoin, this kind of dumps. Upwards Bitcoin, it pumps. Down Bitcoin, it just gets obliterated. So uh, but other than that, ideally, and I'll tell you my very, very bullish scenario for Farcoin is this range essentially what we have here, right? What I would really like to see for a very good bullish scenario, maybe back to all-time highs or maybe like a 3x, 4x. I would like to see something like this. Again, we don't know what's going to happen with the market yet, and I think we still have to wait to see that. Where the hell are you?
Yeah, right there, brush up.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
at
it
the
is.
top.
Yeah, so it would be something like this, right? We continue, maybe not too high. We continue to do this. I
If
don't know
that
until
if it were doing that, I'd be
this.
bidding. I'd be
Yeah,
DCing.
this to me is so bullish because then, like, it wouldn't surprise me if we see like 1.5 billion market cap again. This sort of thing could be something where we could either see like back to all-time highs, right? Or even higher. But I'd like to see more of this scenario of the sideways action. If we don't see this and it just kind of dies out, you should know that and I'll tell this to everyone, if we do go in a bear market at some point, you need to start accumulating. To me, this is the area to accumulate. This would be that area because then we just be doing that sideways action, and then that pop would give us an easy 7-8x, right? But this is one coin that I will come back to accumulate long term for if we have a bear market for the next bull run, essentially. But yeah, to keep it short, these are very interesting scenarios. Just like you said, this would be a good place to bid. If we come lower, then I give you that scenario. But again, just got to see what Bitcoin does.
Yeah, and the long term thesis kind of around Farcoin is basically, you know, it's one of maybe three or four memes that people outside of crypto talk about. Like when it was at $2 billion, TradFi people could not help but talk about it. Like Farcoin's at 2 billion and the Fed's printing. Like Farcoin, like they it's just doesn't make any sense to them that something as stupid as Farcoin can be worth that much, and they have to talk about it. So it's very reflexive, just like any meme. And if the market starts trending up, I think you'll see this trend up pretty aggressively too. The
Yeah,
question is just kind of where the bottom's at and when you kind of catch the knife. But I'm probably going to add a bit here and just kind of have some tight invalidations because once you get back in that box, that range that you have drawn, and you don't, and you fail to like overtake that previous all-time high on the left, I think you're going back down to what is that 200, 180 support. And yeah, but I'm still pretty bullish here for Farcoin. Seeing better days though. Let's move on to AIXPT. And kind of the reason for starting with these is I think if right now altcoins are obviously, they're in a downtrend. I would argue they're in a bear market. But if a bid returns to the market, I still think AI will be a leader just because it has hype outside of crypto.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm with you on that one too. So
This
this
thing got
one,
cooked.
yeah. So for me, like if I'm looking at this, like this to me is bear market charts. It's bear
Yeah,
market charts. You know, um, I'm not like bearish, but I mean, dude, these are just like if we've been through what like since 2017. We know what it looks like, and we know what it's like being in denial. But let's take a look here. So this to me, this is just to me. I'll just give you my 2 cents here. To me, this is cooked. It's done. Like it's over. But
it's
what I will say, along with this one and Fartcoin, I think I have more hope for Fartcoin. But to me, if like you said, if this is going to be relevant in the future in general, then this is the region where we need to stay. Like most likely, we're going to come back down to like 135, right? Like we're going to see lower 125, and then again, I want to see this. Maybe
yeah,
this is
which
like
is
a short
basically
term.
you're right. That's a bear market pattern of like
Yeah, yeah,
you're gonna play the next cycle, and that's kind of interesting what's happened to alts now. Like Bitcoin is not in a bear market, but altcoins are in a bear market. Altcoins had blow off tops. A lot of
yeah,
them aren't gonna make new all-time highs. Uh, I think the reason I like Farcoin over like an AIXPT is there's no letdowns on Farcoin. Like it's just a meme. There's zero expectations. Everyone knows we're gambling on it. Whereas AIXPT, it started selling off when they changed their terminal offering to basically make a like a lower tier offering, so people would get access to the terminal with less tokens. So obviously people then said, "Oh, if I don't need it, the original 600K tokens to access some of the features, then I'm gonna have less. So I'm gonna sell some," and that's kind of what you see in that chart. Basically, a bad strategic decision, and that's the risk with these utility plays, right? Like, you don't know if the team's gonna be able to execute and stay hot and pivot the product in the right way. Whereas meme coins, it's just all an attention game.
yeah. And there's no expectations, like you said. Uh-huh.
The only
So
expectation is hot air rises.
exactly, and it just smells bad. So yeah, I mean, I could, I could say, I mean, I probably could put some alerts down here, and then see what happens if we keep breaking down. And that's just gonna be disgusting. But yeah, this is a to me, this is a bear market chart. Do you got another one?
Yeah, another blue chip sort of AI play is Arc. I will say, talking about the team and the product strategy, it seems like these guys are some of the sharper ones in the AI meta. Um, Definitely holding up better than some of the, than AXBT and Fartcoin.
Yeah, so I like this one a lot. This one looks like this one has juice.
Like it
Uh,
can make a new high, right?
yeah, I mean, let's see. So we had that nice pump all the way up to like 450 million market cap. Then bad news or something happened, right?
Yeah, they messed up their launch. So they're working on a kind of like a virtuals AI agent launchpad.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and you need Arc. They were the first platform AI play to like answer what is the token going to be used for, how's it going to accrue value, and that's when it started pumping. It went all the way down to 150 and pumped to like 420, and then the launch got messed up, and people became bearish on it again. So this is either an opportunity to buy into the FUD, or the beginning of the end. We don't know yet. But if they're gonna have more token launches and they're curating these launches, so people are gonna want to hold ARC supposedly to get in these. So that's kind of like the thesis, but it's you know it's risky. I
Yeah.
think it's
So
either gonna die or go to a billion. It's
yeah, no, I agree with you. To looking at this chart, if I'm able to, like, if I'm in terms of AXBT and Farcoin, I think this one looks way more bullish, even though it had that like bad FUD or whatever. I like the way it's looking. I like the charts. I like the movement. So one of the things that I will say is that if like right now it's not a bad entry. Again, depending on Bitcoin, of course, but one of the great entries would be literally a double bottom, or maybe like a little higher high, or maybe the 786, right, from here to here, because I think we kind of already hit it anyway. Right, it's very close. So let me just kind of zoom in. But this one is looking very scrumptious. I really like this one. Um, yeah, yeah, I like this a lot. We didn't exactly hit the 786. People are probably front running that. But let's just say if we do, big if, right? Because we are at a rejection point here. This is resistance, right? Let's just say we do a double bottom wick down to here, the 205 million market cap. That would be an incredible entry. Like that
yeah,
would
I'd
be,
take a punt there.
yeah, there. I think, yeah, 204 would be incredible because if it all works out, let's just say if Bitcoin wants to play ball with us, he doesn't want to rug us, then I think this is definitely going to 1 billion. It's definitely going to 1 billion. Yeah. Charts are
Nice.
looking healthy. It's a good one. I
So
like this
that's
one a lot.
probably one if we have like a big liquidation to the 90s, like we talked about. That's probably a good one to bid.
Yeah. Yeah. Add it to the list. Do you
Okay.
want to take a look? Do you want to share your screen for the other one?
Yeah. So we did ARC. The next couple ones here I have are like lower cap, higher risk, but you know, if the like we said, if when the market turns, I think these are some of the ones that are going to run the hardest. Uh, and then after these, we'll go into the shit coins and the meme coins, and there's always runners there too. So we'll take a look. Um, okay, let me share here. Actually, do you want to do Moby real quick?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do a movie. Yeah, you still see my screen. All right. Yeah, so I've been looking at Moby for the last Moby and Grift. I've been looking at Arc, Moby, Grift, just to see their price actions. And yeah, one of the things that so you see this nasty wick, and here's one thing I did want to talk about, right? So you see these nasty wicks here. This is a Libra. This is Libra's doing,
Yeah,
right? And just so that everybody understands, when you see something where there is hit perfectly the 786, look at that. Uh, when you guys start seeing something crazy like that happen, sort of like a Trump or a Libra, obviously, if you're in early, make money, then pull out the money, and then go into the projects that you like that have been obliterated. That's exactly what you want to do, right? Because what happens? They're giving everybody selling their stuff to make more money. A lot of them are going to lose, like we just saw in Libra, and you have to think ahead of them. Like, all right, let's just say you missed that. Oh well, right? But what are you going to do with your money? You're going to go back into those projects that you like, right? You're going to throw money in there. I saw Libra, Grift just get completely obliterated, and on top of that, this one I'll sidetrack really quick here. But I saw my baby Pep get wrecked, dude. And that's when I said, wait a minute. I was like, all right, there is a buys and sells. Let me reset this. What the hell? Oh yeah. Uh, this was the wick for
when Libra came out.
when Libra came out. Pep came all the way down to 3.2 million market cap, and that's when I said, no, no, no. People are underestimating that one. We're at 11,000 holders. Boom. we hit 390 and some. Thank you for that blow off top. 50 grand at 15 mil market cap. Appreciate it. But like this is what we're talking about. Like, and I'm gonna tell you this again. When you see this happen again, if it happens again, where people are just aping a Trump, a Libra, whatever, right? Let's say Elon Musk comes out, definitely ape into that, but start looking at all your different coins where you want to add, right? And that's when you'll make a really good amount. You'll have a great entry because then after everybody lost or after everybody's done profits, they're going to come back and throw their money and they're going to throw back their money into this and they're just going to pump your bags. Easy, easy, right? But yeah, moving back to Moby, honestly, I don't. Moby's been a bit tricky. I know you got in earlier. What do
Yeah, I
you
got
like?
cooked.
In ter in terms of, like, longevity, what do you think about Moby? Because 'Cause I'll tell you about the charts, but, like, what do you think about Moby with longevity?
I think in terms of products, they're actually putting out products people use. I like the Acid Dash team. They have good products. Movi is now they're requiring, for these premium whale feeds, and we've done our last stream was on some of those whale feeds, and there's a lot of signal there. And I think, we're talking about bear market plays. If we're in altcoin bear market, things you want to accumulate, I think Mobi is in strong consideration as like a high risk play with very good fundamentals. Because you have to remember, like, to make money you have to see and be right before others. And basically right now the market's telling us we're wrong. Like, Mobi's not shit. But the thing that I think could get me bullish is they have a customer base, they have an app, and I don't think their last AI product is going to be like this whale watch thing, right? I think they're going to figure out whether it's automated trading or some sort of terminal. They're going to continue shipping products as they have, the past couple years, and they're going to figure out how to, if you're going to take a bet on Mobi, you're betting that they're going to figure out how to make create demand for the token around those products. So I like the team, and I like, uh, if you had to pick between this and some of the newer AI projects and all the stuff in AI land, you want to bet on teams that have products and know how to get users, basically.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably a good point, in terms of in the future, they will
Yeah.
probably look for different ways, but let me sidetrack really quick. This one just came up. This one
What's
in
this?
Nico. So Tom the Trench Dog. I just saw this one rip. Look at that. It ripped from
300K?
really. It pumped. Yeah, look, it pumped to 300K, dumped all the way to 60K, and then I think this was somebody shilling, because that's a quick pump in 15 minutes. That's a 5x, right? So this could be a potential play for tonight. It's called Tom the Trench Dog. Tom the Trench Dog.
Yeah,
We
this
have
looks
about
decent.
mhm.
It looks
Yeah, we have
decent.
about a thousand holders. We just hit 400K, so it should be interesting how far we go up. Let's see, 20% is not bad. Thousand holders. So far, it's looking decent. And then I just saw another one called Nico. Uh, came out 24. Nico AI came out 24 minutes ago, and it's already at a 1.7 million market cap. I don't like this. So it's 83% top holders. Let's take a look at if they have a reason as to why they hold that much. So they're doing a live right now. It's a lot of followers, but I don't trust it. There's no reason as to why they have that many. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this one? I'm not
What
liking
is
this.
it? Is this Tom or the other one?
This is Nico.
Send me the CA.
I'll just send you the link.
1.2 mil.
Yeah, and this one has 675 holders.
Um, I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah, I mean, again, unless there's a good reason, and the dev hasn't sold, so I'm a bit bearish on this one. Let's just look at the website really quick. The intelligent copilot for AI get started. log in, sign up. No, I'm not. No, it just looks like a mega rug, dude. I'm not touching it. It's so dumb. But I have hopes for Tom here. Tom's looking interesting. Like this is, you know what? I'm gonna punt. All right, give me a second. Do small gamble. Oh, wait,
Yeah, I
it's
was
not like
trying to punt, but I don't think my transaction went through.
just do like 7 soul. I think that's good enough.
On 300K.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna degen. Anyway, all right. Let's go back to movie. But yeah. So I think again, if you're gonna bid, now is the time to bid. Just because the charts. I mean, look, bottom deviation, bottom, right? Again, if it just depends on Bitcoin, right? Will Bitcoin rug or will it not? I think that's the main question. And if it decides to rug, then it's a tough call because everything's just going to continue to bleed very hard, right?
Yeah, I think if you want to play it safe, just wait to the bottom of the range, and then we've already identified like there's a reason we are looking at these projects. We know there's hype around them, there's volume, there's real products. They have like they're checking all the boxes, but things are they can't do well until Bitcoin's doing well.
Yeah,
There's a couple more I wanted to cover, and
yeah,
then
let's
we'll
do
get
it.
into we could just start trenching. Um, I want to share something real quick.
Yeah, let me ape into Tom. Go for it.
Okay. Um, so this is I want to show you guys something I saw as a way to play like some of these AI launches, right? So you see Griff, right?
Yeah,
So I want to show you guys something. Like we talked about the psychological levels uh, on the last live, and you can see here this is kind of the life cycle of an AI coin, a good one at least. Comes out. If you miss the launch, you're probably you missed the whole first move, right? And you're like, oh man, this thing was a runner. I missed it. Like it's gone forever. I'm gonna be poor forever, right? Now this thing's topped out over here at 23, came all the way down to 6 mil, and you can see like there's two times you could have got in. You missed it from 1 to 16, and it reclaimed 10 and went straight to 20, right? 20 psychological level, fakes out back under 10, and you have another chance here to get in. Like it goes to 15, retest of 10, psychological level, bam, 20, sell, and just ping pongs in this range, right? And eventually just goes to 80 mil. And I'm going to show you guys why I'm even going over this in a second because we have another play that looks very similar to this. After going to 80 mil, you get back in the same game of the ping pong between 10 and 20. 10, 20, 12 here gets front ran. And then again, above 20, if you want to take a trade here, your invalidation's like below here, right? Retest here, and then all the way to 160. So that's why we talk about the psychological level so much.
yo,
Now,
Henry. Oh
yeah,
yeah, let me know when you're done.
um, that's basically it. And then we're gonna look at whether is Griff to buy right now. I think,
So sorry, dude. So one of the things, can you go on the Telegram right now?
yeah.
Yeah, go to the Telegram and type in on yeah, type in grift there, and then go to the one on January 6th. All
Oh
right,
yeah, we
click on
call
that.
this one here. This is
Look at that.
3 cents.
Yeah, well, it was
So
yeah,
that's
it was
30 mil.
yep. And look at that. You still could have made it went to 160 mil. So you could have made at least a 5x on that, right? Like we had
That
that
was
there.
Jan 6 here. Yeah, 3x. It's interesting, we talk about like they're already in a bear market. This is a bear market pattern, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And but it's also like it's already had multiple bear markets. Like you had accumulation here, and
Yeah.
then is this accumulation again?
Well, how? Yeah, I mean, I think this time it would take a longer time as opposed to last time because last time was only like a
Yes,
few weeks, right? I think this one's going to be a little longer sideways if it doesn't get obliterated by Bitcoin, right?
I think 20 mil is a great long for something like
Agreed.
Grift because these guys actually. I'm gonna show you who these guys are, and they're not. They're one of the few projects that you see that didn't just come out of nowhere, and we're actually building for a couple years. So they haven't like what they built isn't like overnight like a lot of these projects, right? And it's actually these guys. They're terrible at marketing. They have like three different names. I think that's why they're kind of so low.
Yeah.
So
Tom's at
here,
500K. Let's go. Trenching.
damn.
Yeah, go ahead.
So these guys, they've been funded, raised. They didn't raise that much, but they raised in January 2023. So they've been at this at least 3 years, venture backed, and uh, so all this to say, they have a real product, kind of like Moby, and also another good punt. Like if you get a sell off and Bitcoin, goes to shit, and this goes back to 20, I think a great place to long. Right now, it's kind of in no man's land. I'd say you probably either wait for a breakout of this range or retest of 20. Like I said, anything to add there, Alex?
No, I like that range. I think that range is probably going to be. I think the 20, what you said, is probably the perfect spot. And if we wick 18, that'd be incredible. But yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Now to tie it to like this rant that I had of, you know, sell 20, buy 10, retest 20, and then we're off to the races. This is another play I think is giving me similar vibes to Grift early. Have you looked at this one, Alex? Wisp?
Oh yeah, I was just in it. I just sold my bag for Tom.
Yeah, but this kind of reminds me of early Grift.
All right, let's take a
Like,
look here.
uh, I mean, this not kind of similar, double top above 20, way higher, 26 and 30, but then comes all the way down to 3. Now you're in this period where it's like looking to gain. I'd say you're about here right now, like right here. It's looking if it gets acceptance above 10 mil, right? And then it starts trending up. Will this? I'm not saying it will, but could it start doing something like this, right? And then you have this grind up, and eventually, like what we call upwards accumulation, break out off to the races. That's I think this is a candidate to potentially do that
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think that's a good one.
if
Yeah.
if it starts holding this pattern and higher lows, higher highs, maybe a blow off, mini blow off top, retest and hold 20. This is key. This has got to hold. It could deviate for a bit and get bought up, reclaim. That's your invalidation, and then off to the races basically. I'm gonna leave this drawing. We'll come back and check on this. Or the other option is it just goes back to 10 and you long from there, right? But I've seen actually, I don't know if you've seen Alex Tolley, one of the co-founders and leaders in Solana. He's retweeted this project, Wisp,
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
and it's 12 mil. They're like an AI agent aggregator, whatever that means. They basically, if you want to do something with an agent, they'll like tell you which agent's the best to do it. And
Oh, that's cool.
I think something like this is needed because there's a lot of like you know decentralized AI projects, and you don't know what they do and what they're you kind of need like a Google of these AI agents, and I feel like this is uh, that's what they're going for. They also have a mobile app, and there's the Solana mobile phone. So um, yeah, another solid low cap AI play.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you on that one. Definitely, I think this would help us filter a lot of the noise in terms of AI in general.
Yeah, so two potential plays there. Now we can go to some of the trench plays.
Yeah, so I'd definitely say take a look at right here, uh, or yeah, just really quick before I just want to show you why I think this one's interesting, uh, and then we'll go back to that. But yeah, Tom. So this guy, me, do you know this guy?
Which are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, do you see it?
I don't think I know this guy. No,
All right, so yeah, he's got about 67,000 followers. He's in it. You know, this is about to be all of us. Mind Gap. I
man.
don't know this
I
guy.
was
They
trying to get in
created
at
it.
300 and my transaction didn't go through.
Noob. Gem Hunter pumping 139, 140K. So I think they're trying to push, this one, Thomas. Let's see who Thomas is. Certified, yeah. I mean, this is honestly it's like do you see this?
Hold
Do you
on, I'm
see it?
aping this Tom thing.
Hurry up.
Hold on. Yeah, what about it?
Again, this could be it's a Degen play, but we'll see. How much did you ape?
I was looking at that video. I'm getting priced out by the second.
All right, hurry up, bye.
Well, when I buy, it's gonna be the top. That's the problem.
All right, yeah, good call. I'm gonna sell then. Um, no, it's hilarious, dude. I mean, these guys are they have a. Do you see it?
So they have good memes. These guys came prepared.
Yeah, and this guy Usman is the one that did it. He's followed by Toli. So yeah, I mean, it could be something. But I don't. I mean, again, it's a high risk, high reward. If you know, if we pump right now, if Bitcoin pumps and Solana pumps, it's probably going to pump to like I don't know, like 3 mil market cap at least. Um, but who faded the dog? Yeah, I mean it's not bad, man. This has some sort of potential. So just keep an eye on this one. Um, it's not bad. As long as we don't break this 300K market cap, I think we're good. All right, let's get back to
Yeah,
the other ones. Which one
uh,
were you gonna share?
I like it. I top blasted.
All right, let me sell really quick. Hold on. All right, you're sharing your screen.
Okay. Another one we shared here recently actually is well Pep. We shared this one at 5 mil, I think.
No,
Yeah,
go back. I shared it at 1 mil, dude. This one was out like a long time ago.
you did, but you didn't put the
Yeah.
ticker though, so we can't find it.
Yeah, we did. Just put Pep, dude. What are you doing? And it's gonna
There's
say
no
Alex.
there's no other Pep.
Did you see
Oh, here we
Alex
go.
Lanier?
High risk,
Yeah.
high reward. February 6th. Looks like around 2 mil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so this one dumped all the way back down to like at 2 mil, it dumped back to like there's another chart I did for a cup and handle there. Yeah,
rugged
that one.
and then
And
sent.
then you see my buy? I bought there. I ended up selling and then I bought again. But yeah.
Typical.
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
But yeah, Pep
Another
was
one
also
I shared yesterday. Yeah, Pep.
oh,
That's
this
a
one's really
6x. Which one?
yeah, this one's a 7 mil market cap.
Yeah, this
Relax.
one's relaxed. I'm sorry. You're starting to see like back to the wholesome memes, right? Like
Yes.
no AI, no pretenses, just straight up memes again, which is kind of good to see. Uh, so we share this one at 6. I think still a potential cooker, at least to 10, and then we'll see, how the price action develops. But I could see this one. It's this thing, dog with eyes closed, relax. It's pretty dumb, but they have good memes though,
Yeah.
and that's kind of how the meta is shifting. We're going back to like stupid, simple memes. slow cooks. So we'll see if these stick. But Pep is definitely showing like that people want simplicity again. So it says sits down after a long day of work. So you forgot today was Valentine's Day. Then the dog. Just a bunch of jokes like this. Pretty corny, but you know, it's a safe meme. Um, this was another one that I found, Alex. I'm curious to see what you think about this. Did you take a look at this one, Droid?
I did look at it. I did see that it had momentum. But it was what I didn't like the amount of holders though. That's one of the things that I was just a bit iffy about. Like I don't
And the
understand
volume's really
why.
low too, 122.
Yeah. Um, but I like the project in general. Like it looked interesting. It looked good. So
Yeah, this was an AI thing. Um, I don't know. It's either gonna like do a God can or a rug. That's the
yeah,
problem with this.
no, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, also the chart just looks choppy in general, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, not much momentum there.
Yeah.
I think those are the ones I had. I don't know if these other ones are worth getting into. Tom got in at the top. Let's go.
I might ape a little more here,
Yeah, I think this might be a play of the day.
right? Just a quick, uh, like 2-3x maybe.
Let's see if there's anything else people are aping.
I mean, Nico keeps showing up on my thing.
Nico.
Yeah, Nico, but it looks like a rug, but people keep buying it at 1 million market cap right now.
Oh, I see. Let me take a look at that.
All right, while you're doing that, all right, you actually, you know what? Yeah, just share it. Do the deep dive now. Yeah.
He's going hella slow. What is the concept of Nico?
I don't know. It's beating up on SNAI. There's just a meme on their website. Like there's literally no concept. I just looked at the web. It was so dumb. Like I don't understand. And I see people aping here like 2K, 2K.
SNAI is a swarm, like a swarm
And
AI.
yeah, then it's just like this meme like beating up on. It's like Nico beating up on Snay or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not. I don't know why people are aping that.
Yeah, my computer's rugging. Um,
All right,
I
so
think
no. Yeah, I'll just take a quick look. Go ahead.
no, I think we can cut it here if there's nothing else going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show a few ones that I'm in right now. Um, Here you could see like so Vig, I did like massive small buys here, one sell, and I think it's rugging right now. So I'm only up like $300, so like 1.8 Sol. But in terms of this being potential, it's a again high risk, high reward. Um, we're getting rejected here, so I don't like this. To me, this is kind of it's not looking great. But just keep an eye on this one. Uh, Looks like a shoulder, head and shoulder down here at 1, 2, 3, right? If it decides to rip, then we should see something like this, back to 2 million. But if we break 1 million, like I'm selling out. Like I'm not sticking on the to. It's not. I'm not sticking to this one. Let's move on to Pep. I think Pep, you were the retest that you have is pretty spot on. So I hope you had a buy in order because
Did it already retested?
yeah, dude, 10 mil.
Damn it! I did not put that buy order.
Newman, man, Newman. Look, it's perfect retest too. Boom, boom,
Well,
retest,
it's
pump.
still a decent spot to bid, I think.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean it's up 22%. What I really wanted, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. What I really wanted for this one was a cup and handle. Like I wanted for us to dump back to like 5 mil, 6 mil, and then do that cup and handle like you just saw in Grift, right? And essentially just rip from there into like higher highs. So I wanted to see something like this. Hopefully I do, but you never know. Like I want to see it back to 6 mil, right? Do something crazy like that. It's a cup and handle. And then, dude, we just see Valhalla from there. Like we see 20, 30, 40 mil, you know? This would give us like 22 mil, 20 mil. But I don't, this is showing that people really like this meme, of course. And, if we break out, we just continue. But, maybe a
It's
double
showing
bottom here.
a lot of strength. Like we showed you guys some of the best projects, and all the charts were cooked. This is one of the better charts for an on chain meme.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is has been looking very strong in general. So, yeah, I would keep an eye on this one on another double bottom. Otherwise, this thing's just going to continue to go. It's going to continue to cook. Again, I'm hoping for a for a cup and handle retest down here, and then just full port around this area. Uh, yeah,
Solid.
and then the last one I do wanna talk about this is
Are are you in
Quintens.
all of these right now?
Yeah, dude, what are you doing?
How are you like keeping up with all these, man?
Just
What
don't
kind
worry
of
about it, man.
ADHD you got?
I got a good trencher system, dude. Um,
That's solid.
but essentially, no, I got out of this one. It was a small bag. I had like $20 in here. But all right, so Quintens,
GN is
I'll tell
good.
you
You
guys.
like using it?
Um, yes and no. Just the chart sometimes can be a little bit choppy, right? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But I like to use both in general. Um, and yeah, I mean it's pretty
Yeah.
solid. But I like to chart more on this one here, on these charts. I think these are better for me because if you get rid of the outlier, you don't see those like massive nasty wicks like these wicks here. So you just click on the outlier and you see like a clean chart. So I don't have to go back and forth to deck screener. Now I can just do the analysis here. I can look at everything here, so I
Yeah,
don't
that's
have to
solid.
flip flop. You know. But GMGN, I just look at it because it's actually like a millisecond faster. So that's the only reason why I like GMGN.
Oh,
Uh,
really? Okay.
yeah, yeah, that's the good stuff on this one. But yeah, Trench Dog is looking good. I think this is the play for tonight. Probably stick with this one. I do want to do one look at Doge in general, just because I think everybody had high hopes for Doge. What do you
I
think?
still do.
You still do?
Uh,
Yeah.
if you saw last week, I don't know if it was early this week or last week, but there's been some progress on the ETF front,
Yeah,
and
that's right. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
I remember one of the earlier streams we did, we were talking about how Doge is up there as one of the contenders for the next ETF. So is Litecoin, so is Sol, XRP. Um, Maybe on another stream we touch on those because I think those will be relative outperformers going up into when those ETFs get approved.
Yeah. No, agreed. And then yeah, so we had this wick. Yeah, so let's take a look at this really quick. I mean, honestly, a double bottom here on 23 would be great, right? Like a W
You
pattern.
think it's in a flag,
Yeah, of course, dude. Look at this. It's respecting. This is respecting a trend.
a
That
downtrend?
Yeah, but usually these downtrends break out at some point, right? So it's
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe get rejected around here. 6, 7. On the seventh touch here, I think we'd be really good. Obviously, this was like a wickage
I
because we
think
did.
20 cents for Doge would be a great
Yeah,
entry.
I mean, yeah. So I got in at 20 cents before. I would like if we do see another one, I would see like at 18 cents, maybe around here. Oof, I think this would be full port.
But you're not concerned that it's getting back in like in that range on the left and
Uh,
potentially going back
Which
into that. No,
which range?
zoom out to like the 3-day or weekly.
All right, hold on. Vigilant is rugging, dude. I don't understand why. You did great profits, you bastards. All right. Yeah. All right. You were saying?
Look at the range. If you zoom out a bit, just like zoom out. No, you're zooming. Yeah, out. There you go. It was in a range, right?
Mm-hmm.
From basically 18 cents down to six. You're not concerned that it's potentially like getting back in that range, and this was maybe like a deviation?
No, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
You
Like,
think that's strong support?
yeah, yeah. Like this to me, like that to me is that because if you, all right, so you
That's
see all the way,
17.
yeah, that's 17. So that's what I'm saying. Like 18 cents to me would be incredible because I think
Yeah,
we could see
that's
it going like
full port.
full port. Yeah, 100x leverage, $10,000. We're good. Um, but no, so you see, so this is what I like about this one is because we had a support region here. We bounced. Obviously,
Yeah,
we broke that.
high time frame like closing support.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then this one here was the deviation, right? And then the short, right? Boom, we came back down. And so this region here to me is very important. We did wick down here, obviously, but I think if we do see, let's look. I would love to see 1 to 18 cents. That originally that was my target, but 20 cents hit anyway. But I would like to see one down there to get uh, to get really bullish. Obviously not bullish, but like to get a good entry. I think 18 would be incredible. But even that might have been the bottom. Maybe good news comes out for. I mean, this is. I mean, dude, this is looking primed. Look at that.
yeah,
Look at this dude. It's
curving.
respecting. Boom. And then we have there's my curve. Yeah, dude, that's a shoulder, head, and shoulder. I'm sorry, a cup and handle. Right? So maybe we do something like this, right? Maybe this week we're gonna boom up. And I mean, this lines up too, because this is rejection. This is resistance already. And if we can't rescue this region here, then we just come back down again, hopefully hit like 18 cents around here, right? And then that's when we full port. But yeah, this is resistance. Like this area is resistance. And if
Yeah,
we can break above it and then retest and hold sideways 30s, then yeah, we rip from there.
I think if you think crypto is not cooked, that the bull market is not over, at least for Bitcoin, I think Doge, yeah, between 23 to 18 cents is great buy zone for Doge, especially going into the ETF. But yeah, we just have to see what Bitcoin wants to do. I mean, you have so much bullish news coming out with the Trump admin and the regulations and strategic reserve, and none of it seems to be able to pump Bitcoin or alts. So that is concerning. It's almost like everyone's run out of money to bid, but all it takes is just one god candle from Bitcoin to completely change everything.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. And then yeah, if that God candle happens exactly, I think yeah, that's it. It's game over. We're gonna see higher highs, and this one's gonna continue to rip. That's what I'm saying. Like we need one regulation bullish for Bitcoin for crypto.
One catalyst. The issue
Yeah,
right now is there's no clear catalyst like line of sight to something you can point to and say this is going to pump the market. If I had to guess, it's going to be either David Sachs announces something about like digital asset regulation, something really bullish, or the sovereign wealth fund, some sort of hint that the government is indeed confirmed to be buying or at least holding Bitcoin and not selling. I think it's a matter of when, not if. So the question is just like how much pain are you willing to endure in terms of like waiting for your entry or just aping early and maybe eating some drawdown. But regardless, I think there's still opportunity even in altcoins. You know, you
yeah,
see you see some. You have to be really selective with opportunities because one wrong step and you're cooked.
yeah. No, I couldn't agree with you more, man. So yeah, we maybe like I said, Doge maybe retest here, come back down to here, double bottom. If not, maybe go a little lower, and then we rip from there, right? But I'm still bullish Doge in general. if it's not cooked. I see maybe going back to its all-time high, maybe going a little bit higher if the ETF gets approved, right? But hold on, I didn't finish with Quintez. You know who Quintez is, right? Quintens.
Yeah, the CFTC guy, right?
Yeah. So you know he's part of a AXBT, right? Or no, it's AI 16Z or whatever.
Yeah, but not AI16Z, the regular A16Z, the VC
That one.
fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, whatever news related to crypto, if we have some good ones, expect us to pump, and it's at a 30K million market cap.
What the
So,
hell are you doing, man?
what do you mean? What am I
This is
doing? I'm
30
leaving.
30K.
It's 30K market cap. Leave a little baggie of like $20, and then one day
You're
you wake up
wild.
with like a crap ton of money, dude. So just leave little bags in there for the not financial advice, of course, but just for the ones that are pro crypto.
Is
Don't
that
lose your
is that the
savings.
only one though? Is that how his name is
There's
spelled?
Here, so let me just throw a little bone out there for everyone that's watching this. By now, if you don't know LeBron, then you need to do some more research in crypto. But LeBron aped like 20K, I think.
So what? He
No,
owns
no, I'm
sixty
sorry, not
percent of the
20K. It
supply.
was like he bought in 200K at 50K market cap. I'm sorry, $2,000
What
at
market cap?
50K market cap.
So he owns like what's that? Four
He owns a
percent
big
supply.
Yeah. He owns a big amount of supply. And remember, he just got, like I said, if you don't know LeBron, then yeah, go look into him. Essentially, he caught Melania very early. He caught Libra very early. And I mean, I've tracked some of his wallets, and he's making a lot. So uh, yeah, I mean, if he bought in, I'll leave a little bag because he's pretty spot on. Let's just put it that way. Not financial advice. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, send me the CA for Quintez.
What do you mean? Thought you didn't like 30K market caps, man.
30K, dude. Like it's only gonna be us buying.
No, hold on, I'm gonna buy it first so you can pump my bag. Give me a second. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
I would
think
just check. I would check. I just don't like. I know these plays can work out, but I hate just buying something and like forgetting and waiting. But I've seen
well,
these
that's what I'm
plays work
saying.
out
Like
though.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'd rather buy like 10, $20 of it and then not think about it ever again. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And then if it works out, dude, then it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like it's $20. Return on $20 if it reaches 1 million market cap. I mean, at least $800, dude. And if it goes
you
higher,
could
of
buy
course,
1% of the supply for like $300 right now.
essentially, yeah. So yeah, so here I'll show you guys again, not financial advice, but if something,
But this is the equivalent of just setting your money on fire. Just so we're clear here. This is
yeah, exactly.
this is a lotto ticket, but sometimes lotto tickets hit.
They do. Look at this guy. He bought in. I think he got mev'd all the way to 14 million market.
Damn.
Uh, yeah. Anyways, it's a high risk, high reward play. Not financial advice, guys. If you hit it, great. If you don't, then you just don't. But I like this.
Looks bottomed out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much slow it had. It's got 244 holders, and if it rips, dude, I mean, ahead of CFTC. So we'll
Yeah.
just send you the address. There it is. If you guys want the address, I'll send it in the Telegram group. You guys
Yeah,
can
I
get in touch.
see I see people aping Nico.
You see, it got to 2 mil, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, it's been since we were damn chart wouldn't load.
Hold on. I don't understand, dude. It's 30. I know it's been out 30 minutes, but like I don't LP burn.
Whales are buying.
Oh, that's a different one.
Whales are buying. Like something about it is bullish.
Yeah, 3 mil, dude. We were looking at it here. We were looking at it here at 1 mil market cap, and then we just decided to say it's like nah. And then look,
Did you get in?
No, no, I didn't because like I said, someone has 83% of the supply. I don't like that.
Oh, yeah. This was that one. No, no.
Yeah, it's that
Then
one. That's why I was
well, we
just
have to
like, I don't
see.
know. It's
Is
got
that the team? Like who holds
well,
that?
that's the thing. I already checked and there was nothing. All right, look, you weren't looking before. This guy. All right, so it says no registration required, no waitlist to join, no wallet connection needed. Just enter your email address and begin exploring Solana blockchain, all powered by advanced DeepSeek. All right. Address an hour ago. This is the co-pilot. They're live.
I don't trust it. It looks kind of sketch.
It does. That's why I didn't look at
Like
it.
the
I mean,
followers, they have 5,000 followers. Like no mutuals from my side. I
yeah.
would I just have to pass on this one.
There's literally nothing about saying why they have 80% of the supply. I mean, they could. It could be for the team, whatever. This is what I was talking about. This is hilarious. I really like this. So at Nico launch, I'll be live streaming and sharing screen to showcase Nico's AI features and how users can leverage them to snipe memes early, filter rugs, analyze tokens,
See,
predict prices.
that's interesting. Like we want some products like that.
It is,
But
but again, it's not talking about why they have so many, why they own 80% of the supply. I don't see that.
yeah,
But it could be something. It could be something big. Yeah, I
there
mean,
might have been some sort of pre-sale maybe.
no,
But
they
yeah,
just said
it's
nothing,
just
dude.
it's a tough call. Yeah, with that much supply, it's a
Yeah, and
ticking time bomb.
yeah, I mean, it could do something great, great. It rips, but I want to save my soldiers, man. I don't want to waste my soldiers on a rug.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm here wasting it on Quintens. But anyway,
uh, no, Quintens. I like the thesis. I just the only concern is the day some news comes out and people get bullish. Someone launches another Quintens and that gets bid right. That would be my
probably,
concern.
yeah, yeah, that might be the case too. But I mean, like it's $20. Like I'm not gonna. It's whatever. But yeah, so here's Tom. Tom is looking again very interesting. It's in a nice flag. It's 368K market cap. It could do something. I mean, you could see this. It's got 1,152 hodlers, so it's got potential. It's got a decent crowd. Not financial advice, but it could be an easy 1, 2x.
Solid. So I think we covered a lot, right? Is there anything else?
No, I think we're good. I think that's it.
Okay.
If you guys,
Awesome.
if you guys want to comment, join our Telegram. It's on the description. But yeah, that's all we got.
Yep, we're gonna probably do one stream like this, like macro, big picture, and then just stick to the other days. Probably just stick to the trenches. Try to find some runners for you guys. So yeah, thanks for tuning in.